Alright, I think this thing's recording. Alright, now, this is my box I just got. Yesterday I picked it up. $50. Can't beat it. Everything works. Got the keys for the locks. And the guy didn't want it. I think they're like $400 or something. Anyways, it's not being used for a box. It's a box now, but here in a little while it won't be. What I'm going to do is, I called Alaska Steel, and a plate of aluminum down there is $500 for a plate. I'm like, really? Give me a break. Smashed a bunch of aluminum cans, melt it down, and pound it out myself. But what I did was, I decided to see what was aluminum out there and what I could use. And this is it, $50. So, what I'm going to do is cut this up. I'm going to use this top as the top for my trailer, because I'm building a support system for my lights so I can mount them. Because what's on there right now, it'll just rip off, fall down to the ground, and smash. And since they're very rare lights, I don't want that to happen. 1950, can't replace them, can't do anything except cry about it. So, I'm taking the bottom and cutting that out, and I'm using that for the underneath. I'm putting in a piece of plywood and some 3x3s for supports. I'm tearing out that shelf that uses my electrical, that keeps my electrical tools, grinders and such. The upper shelf, I gotta tear that loose and replace that 2x4 and that little piece of plywood that I got up there with a whole sheet of plywood and a 3x3, and that's going to mount to the lower shelf, which is out 1.25 inch plywood and or 1 1/8 inch, whatever it is, I don't know, but that shelf that I put in there, and I'm going to mount that 3x3s to that, and that will support my roof for my lights that I install. So my mounting system is actually, it's going to be cool because I can keep the rest of the aluminum for little small fixes if I got them to do anywhere on somebody's shed or whatever. If they got a boat, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'll have spare aluminum, and I'll have my support system for my lights, and I'll have all of that for $50. You can't go wrong. $500. They can kiss my grits. There ain't no frickin' way I'm 500. I mean, if I had to, I would, but I don't. I have this, and I'm going to make this work. So this perfectly fine truck box is going to turn into something completely different than it was designed for. Alright, right on. Boom.